The Ghosts of Changi, Haunting Stories from a World War II POW Camp. Changi Prison Camp. During World War II, Changi, a district in Singapore, became infamous for the brutal Japanese occupation and the establishment of Changi Prisoner of War (POW) camp. Historical context: Singapore fell to the Japanese in 1942, leading to the incarceration of thousands of Allied soldiers in Changi, marking the beginning of haunting stories that would linger for decades. Diverse inmates. Changi housed a diverse group of POWs, including soldiers from Britain, Australia, and other Allied nations, who endured harsh conditions and unimaginable hardships. Establishment of Changi POW Camp. Japanese occupation. After the fall of Singapore, the Japanese used Changi as a military base and converted existing facilities into a POW camp. Overcrowding and poor conditions. Changi quickly became overcrowded, and the POWs faced inadequate shelter, meager rations, and forced labor. Disease and malnutrition. The harsh living conditions led to rampant diseases, malnutrition, and a staggering number of deaths among the POWs. Stories of suffering. Forced labor. Changi prisoners were subjected to forced labor, including the construction of the infamous Thai-Burma Railway and other Japanese military projects. Torture and punishment. The Japanese captors employed brutal methods of torture and punishment, adding to the physical and psychological torment experienced by the prisoners. Mass executions. Changi witnessed mass executions, further traumatizing the inmates and leaving a lasting imprint on the camp's haunted legacy. The Sook Ching Massacre. Changi was a witness to the Sook Ching Massacre, where thousands of Chinese civilians and anti-Japanese sympathizers were executed, adding to the grim atmosphere of the camp. Lieutenant Adnan Sadi. The story of Lieutenant Adnan Sadi, a Malaysian officer who valiantly resisted the Japanese during the Battle of Singapore, only to face imprisonment and eventual execution, remains a poignant tale from Changi. The Dunlop Line. Sir Ernest Weary Dunlop, an Australian doctor, played a crucial role in alleviating the suffering of his fellow POWs, creating a lifeline known as the Dunlop Line to smuggle medicine and food into the camp. Post-war trials and tribulations. Japanese war crimes trials. After the war, Japanese commanders were held accountable for war crimes committed at Changi and other locations, shedding light on the atrocities that occurred. Impact on mental health. The trauma endured at Changi had lasting effects on the mental health of former POWs, with many experiencing nightmares, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Return to normalcy. Those who survived Changi faced the challenge of reintegrating into society, haunted by the ghosts of their wartime experiences. Haunted legends and paranormal activity. Changi's haunting reputation. Over the years, Changi has gained a reputation for being haunted, with numerous stories of paranormal activity and ghostly apparitions. Ghosts of the Chapel. The old Changi hospital, within the camp, is rumored to be haunted, with reports of ghostly figures and eerie sounds. The Lady in Red. A mysterious lady in red is said to roam the corridors of the hospital, leaving visitors and paranormal enthusiasts intrigued and unsettled. Post-war developments. Changi Museum. The Changi Museum, established in 1988, serves as a memorial to those who suffered during the Japanese occupation and provides insights into the wartime experiences of the POWs. Preserving history. Efforts to preserve the historical significance of Changi aim to educate future generations about the horrors of war and the resilience of those who endured the camp. Changi Chapel and Museum. The Changi Chapel and Museum, inaugurated in 2001, commemorates the lives lost and the indomitable spirit of the POWs who lived through the hardships of Changi. Documentary films and books. Changi, the World War II Prisoner of War Camp. Documentary films like Changi, the World War II Prisoner of War Camp provide a comprehensive look at the history and legacy of the camp. Literary works. Various books, including personal memoirs and historical accounts, contribute to the understanding of life at Changi and the enduring impact on those who survived.